out the new Richmond and the Shell Lake Cumberland. Once again, we have 4414, this time running long hood forward with the code of 5 cars headed for Shell Lake and Cumberland. Then we'll do the new Richmond local later with the same engine. We're in Spooner. Let's get our engines started up. We are lined out of the yard. That is not a good shot. We'll just move to the industries in advance. Oh, what's happening done? There we go. Guess I accidentally pressed the button. So we'll back up so we can get in position. The momentum's kind of being weird on the locomotive right now. But still workable, so we'll keep using it for now. So we'll go in the transload facility and pick up our covered gondola. I guess I forgot to load the flat car. It's supposed to be loaded, but whatever. It's too late now. They'll get it airdropped in later. That is spotted. Let's pick up our boxcar and cylindrical hopper that are going to go into the other track. And I am supposed to leave the caboose on this side of the track, or this side of the turnout, because that's just easier. This thing is not supposed to have momentum. Alright, so we're going to be picking up an empty boxcar and an empty hopper, and then we're going to be putting in a FAK boxcar, which means freight all kinds for those of you who don't know. So just assorted things. And then a hopper of fertilizer for the co-op. That was too far. We'll get the rest of our train and then we'll head over to Cumberland. That is our work for Shell Lake. 3 pickups, 3 drop-offs. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Didn't I throw that? Well, I guess I am live streaming it, so I'd be able to tell if I wanted to. Truth is, I don't. Alright. Now we're going to Cumberland. This is one of my favorite scenes on the layout, the curve around the lake. Well, I pressed something again. There we go. So this local will run right through. So we'll pick up and drop off, and then we'll keep going the way we came in. I'm going to switch controllers because the other controller is closer to this side. So we'll drop our cars there. That way they're not in the way. This tripod is not in a good place for me to throw the switches. I guess I should have done it in the reverse order because now we've got the hopper car in the middle of our cut, but I can make that work. There we go. That's the challenges of live ops, is everything that can go wrong probably will go wrong. Wrong moves, derailments, you name it. Because if there's one place that trouble happens, besides the yard, is low. Because switching is a interesting task, to say the least. Power routing switches. Forgot to throw it back from when I put the when I took the insulated card out. That's the word. Brain fart. Well, I guess I stopped too soon. Switches can put it back on track. Alright, we'll spot this guy and then we're done with this local, so we'll make the rest of the layout. So we'll kind of chase it around back to the yard, and then we will start with the new Richmond local. I kind of like this live ops stuff. I'll probably do more of this because my backlog of videos and stuff. I'm not gonna have space or anything really to have these train videos, so I'll probably do more live streams. Which is nice because I get to connect with the train community, kind of. So now we'll chase him. To the spot where he gets stuck. It's a pretty steep grade though. Doesn't really look like it, but it is. Is this tripod the right height for this? It works. You'll be seeing that place later. As you can see, the back of this part is still kind of unfinished. There's the new roundhouse. This will be good. I like putting it down here and then like kind of zooming in. If it'll let me. Which it won't, of course, because I want it to. There we go. Still kind of blurry. There's Hayward. I like this one with the marsh and stuff. And I'll stop it there because I need to line them in for the right yard track. And we will live stream the yard process as well because I don't see the point in doing multiple live streams when I don't need to. Well, that's not good. Oopsies. Happy accidents. We'll just ignore the derailed cars. Anyways. We'll line them into track 3. Where he came out of. An axle came out of one of the gondolas. I don't know how that would happen, but maybe the pin wasn't in too much. guess we'll do this. That way we can reuse the caboose. But yeah, look at this. I'm not sure how one of these comes out of the gondola, but that's an easy fix. Okay, time to clean the trucks. It is not this dirty around the whole layout, I think. We'll see if I can find a cleaner. If I can't, then oh well, we'll just keep doing this for now. I always see it when I don't need it, but when I want it, it's just invisible. You know? Oh, I don't want to look right now, so I'll try to remember to put it somewhere else whenever I find it. But in the meantime, I'll have a little bit of a jerky train. It's also weird because his momentum is set to 0, which is the least amount of momentum you can have, and he's still acting like he has some momentum. Because 0 should be no momentum. Don't tell the FRA. Blame it on the Amtrak. I'm getting a new engine. Maybe he just doesn't like to run backwards or something. I'm not really sure. And just like magic, our Jeep has turned into a Wisconsin Central. And we'll set up for our first stop, which I believe is technically called Clayton. There we go. And just in time to stop the train. We'll leave the caboose right here. Honking noises. It'd be cool to have a like a road switcher type engine that had sound. Because right now all we have are wide cabs. And those weren't really in local service in 1995, 96, so. Or 1992. I don't think you've seen W merger. This is like 92 era, I think. We'll pick up the empty lumber. And we'll put in the 2 boxcars. This industry usually gets bulkheads or center beams full of lumber, but there's the occasional boxcar or 2. Like these 2. I don't know why those toasted so far. We'll have to scenery this back portion sometime. But for now, it's on to New Richmond. If we can take the caboose with us. That's pretty good. I'll adjust it in a second. That's a pretty decent shot. We'll drop the caboose off the lead. And there are no mainline trains near us, so we have the railroad. And we have our bulkhead for some reason. That's a center beam. We have our center beam for some reason. I don't know why I get them confused. I know the difference between them. I just call them. It's called center beams bulkhead sometimes. Derail the truck so that it doesn't roll forward because it's still on the grade there. We have 2 or 3 grain hoppers. I can't really see from behind the elevator. And a tank car to pick up. And then we'll drop off the empty grain cars and the loaded tanker. It's pretty colorful. CP Rail, one of the pink co-op cars, and Illinois Central Gulf. And some derailing grain hoppers too. Yay. I'd be such a terrible actual railroad worker at this rate. All right, keep pushing them out so they're out of the way. All right, we'll get the grain hoppers, put them in the grain elevator. Then we'll run around using the main, hook up to our train, and then we'll take the rest of the layout, park it in the yard, and call it a night for the ops. It's not really night, but you get the idea. I always pull it out to where I can actually like work with the cars, and then just kind of shove them under the cover, awning, whatever you want to call that. Oops. Well, it looks like I'll have stuff to do when I end the live stream. There. That switch wasn't lined. Neither is this one. And that's going to be it for this Operation Livestream. Make sure to subscribe so that you're notified for the next one. Like, subscribe, comment, and stuff if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and have a good rest of your day.